Welcome to the region, my forever world. Today we're transforming this potion building from bland to brilliant.
Are you ready?
Let's begin.
Why don't we work on the brewing building?
This is UK Astronaut, the region's master builder. He's brilliant with exteriors, while I'm good with interiors. The perfect partnership. Yeah, okay.
Let's go.
Now the first step in the project was quite simple. Decorating the outside path. This is the flattest wall I've ever seen. Look at this, what is this?
Yeah, admittedly that is quite, that's flat as a pancake.
Now the reason why I'm using a mix of polished diorite and diorite is to give that sort of weathered appeal. So by me blending it in, it really helps to sort of connotate where people may have been walking or using the area. And with the path done, it was time to move on to the interior. To build a good interior, you must consider 2 points. Does it flow, and does it actually fit the outside? A good example for point 1 is my record shop, and as you enter, you immediately know what the building is for and how to use it. Ideally, a good interior should look great and also be usable. Usage of unique blocks and bright colours links to the desert, giving off an almost Arabian vibe, which again goes back to point 2 of does it fit the outside. That can include the building itself and surrounding buildings. Now, things like the spore blossom help to add motion and atmosphere, and leaves, as they do now in 1.21.5, they give off particles, and it also helps to break up and contrast with the mud walls. Sea pickles in this sort of cherry basket can also create a unique light source. To try and play around with different blocks and different things, you don't even have to use light sources as lights. For example, the copper bulb, it just looks cool and it links in with the copper archway. Basically, use blocks not as what they are, but what they look like. So let's see if we can implement this in the potion brewery. Now, to say the interior was a bit barren and bland and just terrible in every conceivable possible way was a bit of an understatement. We didn't have a floor in this section. So the first step was to strip everything out and start from scratch. While I'd been busy in the inside, UK Astronaut had been busy carefully crafting a courtyard. With the courtyard done and the clearing out of the way, it's time for the main event. It's time to build that interior. And now for the part that you were all looking for, the tour. So I think we'll start with the entrance. We've got the Dorian's Apothecary. I think it's Apothecary, I think that's how you pronounce it. As you can see, I've used a lot of pale moss and like the pale hanging moss, as well as like chains, and mix those in here. You know, you can use shears and snip these so they don't actually grow any further, so that's quite useful. Again, more hanging moss. The spore blossom. Notice what I mentioned earlier about particles makes it more lively, and you know, this campfire here, particles, you know. Supposed to be like a chimney here. That's almost like a vent, and that goes up there. We've got some more pale moss here. I've used use composters as like decoration, like sort of a trim around the edge here. This is of course to like conceal it. Notice the I've put lovely trapdoors on the windows just to sort of, you know, make it feel more secluded. Ta-da! Trapdoors and trapdoors. And if we go around here, we have the garden or the courtyard. And the idea is eventually this will be like a main sort of thoroughfare going through the town. And here is the courtyard for the actual building. As you can see here, we've got a nice little archway, leaves, all links in. I think they're particles. But, you know, I've got a bit of like saffron here for the rooted dirt. Sort of blends a bit more in here. And it's sort of like a blending in of the purple, almost like it's like breaking up here. I think there's a bed upstairs as well. Yes, there is. Yeah, garden. I mean, the time lapse you just watched there was like an hour and a half of me building, and I placed a grand total of 58 blocks. What a colossal, massive waste of time. Anyway, I hope you enjoyed. This is the region, well, a small part of it anyway. If you want more content like this, then subscribe, please, I beg. Thank you for watching. This has been BladeAxe. BladeAxe out.